Hey, can I ask you a favor? Isn't that what you do all the time? Yeah. Well, this is not mission related, not directly anyway. That's not helping your cause. Right. Do you remember that road trip to the mountains we took with Lena just after we met? Of course I do. We took a lot of unnecessary risks getting into that old pickup without giving it a proper checkup first. What were we thinking? What can I say? Youth. Nice excuse. Makes me wonder what a miracle it is for so many people to survive that stage in life. Yeah. Anyway, remember the shepherd's axe Lena bought us there? A silly souvenir just for laughs? Please, don't remind me. I need to recreate it. Is this a joke? We don't have time to recreate my groundbreaking research, but we can afford to waste time on a stupid axe? Look, I feel bad about that. But I know I can rely on you even when you're pissed off at me. That's what makes you special. All right? Go on. Let me put it straight. I need help. And of all the alters, you're the only one who can give me the right answers. That's not an unusual situation. So you have questions about the axe. You see, I forgot what it looked like exactly. Wooden handle, steel head, folk ornaments. Yeah, about that handle. I think it had some kind of a floral pattern carved on it. Floral? Are you sure? I thought it was more like a zigzag. Oh. But are you sure the head was steel, not iron? It was a cheap toy, so I guess you could be right. But it looked quite hard. I'd know for sure if I could see it. That's the whole point. We don't have it. Right. About those ornaments, it had these red woolly pom-poms attached to it. Do you remember how many? 3. That I'm sure of. But I don't think they were red, Jan. More like magenta, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. Damn, this is not helping. And I thought you'd be the perfect guy to recall technical details. Well, maybe we don't quite agree on the definition of technical details. Now, if you'd asked me about the pressure in our tires before we headed out, or the details of the dissertation I was in a hurry to submit before we left, you'd have gotten them immediately. But a toy axe? I didn't exactly analyze it, if that's what you expected. All I remember is I looked like a fool holding it in that photo Lena took. Shit, you're right. There was a photo. It's a shame I got rid of it. It was a good decision, if you ask me. Well, that settles it then. If I can't help you, no one can. Just let it go and get your mind back to important things. Lena could still have that photo. Lena? Jan, is that what it's really about? We're in a shithole here, and all of a sudden you feel like flirting? Mentioning Lena sure is making you nervous. Especially for a guy who doesn't care about emotions. Yes, Jan, irrational behavior makes me cringe. Don't worry, I'll take care of more urgent matters first. Well, in that case, do whatever you want. Just don't waste my time. Hey, is that what I think it is? My trademark hunter stew. No way. Big Us? It fucking smells like heaven. You mean the characteristic stench of sulfur decomposing to hydrogen sulfite in fermenting cabbage? May reek of a dirty diaper, but it's proven to work wonders for your gut microbiome. And like all sour foods, it cheers people up. I always serve my hunter stew at parties. And they were damn good parties. Hey, How did therapy go? Feel any better?
Therapy? What therapy? We just had a beer, the shrink and I.
Okay, so how was it?
Oh, he's got daddy issues, that's for sure.
The shrink?
Yeah. All he wanted to talk about was our father.
Really? He wanted to talk about Dad.
Well, it wasn't me. He reminded me that day he yelled at us for tearing up our soccer boots in front of the whole team.
I remember that.
Yeah. And we had a good match that day. Our team won. We scored a goal, but all he ever saw were those fucking boots and how much he paid for them.
That was humiliating as hell. Yeah. All the other dads were proud, but trying to impress our father? Well,
nothing was ever good enough. But that's the shrink's problem. I know I'm doing a good job here, and that's enough for me, so just let me get back to it.
But are you sure you want to keep pushing yourself like this?
While making myself useful on a mission that can save the whole fucking world? Hell yeah, it's what I want. To be honest, I've never felt more needed in my whole life.
You know what? I think another therapy session wouldn't hurt you.
Seriously? You want to waste precious time? If you're gonna let that wacko molest me with bad memories again, I can't promise you I won't get depressed and lose my vibe completely. Think about it. Because I'm fine. I really am.
That feast you prepared, you were right. It did everyone a lot of good. I'm glad you appreciate the importance of such things. I have to say, it was a pleasure for me too. I guess I just like making people happy. It's a fine way to take your mind off your own problems, or to realize how unimportant your problems are in the face of real human tragedies. You may think I'm out of touch, but I seriously believe a man's purpose can only lie beyond himself. Otherwise, he will always live like a caged animal who has never experienced the call of the wild. Jeez, you make me feel bad about myself. Please don't. You had your own battles to fight. My life, well, looking back, it was fairly easy. I had a wise guardian, good education, and the privilege of a medical career. Devoting myself to volunteer work just seemed obvious at some point. That's when you started cooking too? Sort of. Besides bringing medical aid, I got involved in a charity soup kitchen. Ingredients were almost as scarce as here, but me and my helpers always cooked up something special for the locals. Want to know my secret? Putting your heart in it? Yeah, in a way. You're close. It was Mom. I wrote to her a lot from the other side of the world, asking for advice on how to tweak her classic recipes so that they could be made with, foreign ingredients. She taught me how to be a magician even in the humblest of kitchens. Wait, Mom, wasn't that after she was sick? Right. But she got better. So, you're saying there was a way to help her? Well, it came with a price. What price? A long story, man. But she's alive. I mean, in your awareness? Was she still alive when you went on this mission? Yeah. She called me the day before the launch and wished me a good landing. Didn't she get better in your life? No. No, she didn't. You mean she's gone? I was gonna tell her how it went if we found Rubidium. I'm sorry. You won't be able to do that. None of us will. But she'd be proud of you. You know that. Proud. This is some kind of cruel joke. Joke? Come on, man, what are you talking about? My efforts, my struggles. Seems they were all pointless. How can you say that? The relationship you had with her, it was real. That version of Mom, you know, it lives in you, through your memories, your recipes. And they're not pointless. Thanks to them, you were able to give us an unforgettable feast. Isn't that like bringing her back to life? And look, you've done it twice. You should be proud of yourself. Thanks, but it's not so simple, Jan. I mean, I'm glad to have these memories, but what? I think I'd just rather not talk about it. I think I need some alone time.
Jan? Hello?
Lena, hey. I just wanted to call to say thank you again and ask you about something personal.
Okay, what is it?
Remember that road trip we took to the mountains? Just after we hooked up?
Mm-hmm.
We borrowed a car from your uncle and...
I remember. What about it?
Remember that shepherd's axe you bought me?
It's kinda hard to forget.
You didn't by any chance keep the photo of me holding that axe? I'd really like to see it again.
That's a strange request. I'd have to check.
Sure, just let me know if you find anything, okay?
All right, I will.
Thank you, Lena.
Talk soon.
So, how was your session this time? Shrink bore you with Dad again?
Actually, no. We talked about someone else.
Oh yeah? Who?
You.
Really?
Yeah. It was kinda interesting, you know? I realized I never asked you, how are you holding up?
And better, if you really want to know.
You're putting it mildly. But deep down, you gotta be scared. We were wondering how we'd feel if we were in your shoes.
And?
Then this stupid thought came to me and I just couldn't shake it off, you know?
What was it?
Well, if I were in your position, all I'd think about would be, what would Dad say?
Seriously?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Here I am, a grown man on a humanity-saving mission, light years away from home, and still waiting for my old man to barge in and give me shit for no damn reason. Like a little fucking boy. Do you feel that way too?
Nah, I'm over it.
Huh. If that's what you want to believe.
No, really. I'm over it.
Well, you sure are desperate for everyone to think so. That you're strong and tough, and you'll endure anything. Looks like we got that in common. But you've got your doubts, I know you do. 'Cause that son of a gun made sure we never feel good enough, however hard we try. But you know what? The shrink did say one smart thing.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
That it's, no shame to be weak. Sometimes, anyway. And, if you're strong enough to own it, then you're not weak at all. In the eyes of other people. Or something like that. It makes sense when he said it.
Okay.
So, what it boils down to is that I've got two things to say to you. One, I don't think I want to work my ass off like a moron anymore.
Good. I'm all for it. And what's the other thing?
You know that day when Dad yelled at us for ruining our soccer shoes? I just want to say, that was a pretty damn good goal we scored.
Yeah. You're right about that. So how's the workout going? You happy with your barbells?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for making the effort.
You feeling all right?
Honestly, my body feels great. I feel much stronger already, but
But what?
it's not okay. I'm not okay. I think I was deceiving myself. I did feel incompatible, but it wasn't because my body was incomplete. It was because my soul was missing something. Or someone, to be more precise. Someone I loved. Ben.
Ben?
Yeah? Is it really so surprising for you?
Actually, not that much.
Of course not. You remember our basketball team captain?
Yeah, I do. But, I always thought that was just for laughs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for laughs. What about your cousin's boyfriend in the summer of...
Okay, yeah, you win. You win. I always thought of it as a phase, experimenting with different stuff.
Well, I thought that about my experiments with girls. But it wasn't a phase. It felt right for you. You just never met the right guy.
Yeah. I guess I met the right woman instead.
And I met Ben, which means in our case, it wasn't really about looking for a woman or a man, just
Finding the right person. So, tell me more about Ben.
well, after Mom died, I decided to stay abroad, quit college. I joined this community of warehouse workers and got into activism. Ben was in our group, a geology student, but he was different. Never took things too seriously, everybody liked him. He had me the moment he smiled at me.
What happened then?
Our protest didn't bring results, so we intensified our actions. Police interventions escalated. Before we knew it, we were entangled in a full-scale war between the workers and the corporations. I was all into it. I even felt like the people might want me as a leader. But Ben, he started having doubts. He detested violence. He wanted us to try and change the corporation by working with it instead of fighting it.
Sounds like your Ben was a truly idealistic soul.
You got that right. At first, I mistook it for cowardice, but as the riots got more and more violent, I began to see he was actually brave to go against the tide like that. So, when Ben suggested we just pack our things and get away from it all,
You went with him.
yeah, I did. And I never regretted that decision.
So, you miss this guy.
We became inseparable. He talked me into taking up a job at an offshore oil rig. And one day, when we were on shore leave, Ben started talking about rubidium and space mining missions. He was so excited about it. Wanted us to enroll there and then.
And did you?
We both did. And then we got totally wasted, which was a bad idea because that was our last day off. So the next day, our transport arrives and Ben gets on it without me. I'm just too damn hungover. So I stay behind, miss my shift, make calls to tell them I'll get on the next transport. But I never do. Because that day, there's a major gas leak on the rig. The whole thing blows up, killing a dozen people, including Ben. After that, I just kept blaming myself for not being there with him. I kept turning it over and over in my head, wondering if I could have done something.
I'm so sorry, man.
Well, that's the twisted thing. I appreciate your empathy, but you don't have to be sorry.
I don't?
No. Because it's not what really happened, right?
Okay.
At first, I was too confused to even think about it, and I guess I tried to keep Ben and that whole story at arm's length. It was depressing enough to realize who I was, or what I was. Ripple on the water of someone else's life. And I don't like being depressed, you know that.
Yeah.
But doing more and more of those bench presses, I just couldn't avoid thinking that if my real life path was different and I, meaning you, never even met Ben, then that means there's a possibility he might still be alive, if he exists at all. And the more I think about it, the more certain I am that I just want to know. I want to know what the real reality looks like. Does that make any sense to you?
Okay. I can see this is important. And I think I can figure out a way. Let me take care of it.
Thanks, man. It would just be so amazing to discover a different, better ending to my story.
Who should I ask about?
Ben Harris? Actually, his full name's Benjamin, but he never liked it. The one I knew anyway. So I was thinking, since my Ben was so hyped up about going on a Dolly mission, if he exists, there's a solid chance he applied in this reality too, which means he's gotta be in Ally Corp's database of candidates.
Okay. Let's find out if you really know him that well. Lucas, you there?
Jan, what's the matter?
Well, I have a favor to ask of you, sort of on the side. It might seem unconventional, but it's important.
What is it?
It's about a certain person called Benjamin Harris. It's possible he could have applied to participate in a Dolly mission in recent months. Do you think you could take a look in the candidate database and see if there's any trace of him?
And why exactly do you need to track him down?
He was very important to one of my alters. And not knowing if he's alive bothers him a lot. I'd like to help him.
Oh, I see. It's cool you care for him that way, but I can't just snoop around corporate databases at will. They're not that accessible.
Please? This is really important to me.
Look, I get it, but what do you want me to do? Break in? I mean, that would be illegal.
But it wouldn't be wrong.
I guess I talked you into something illegal too, right? Making your altars just so you could survive and bring back Rapidium. Those arcs you've collected, I know you're taking this mission seriously. So, I guess I can at least think about it, okay?
Thanks, man. I won't tell anyone, promise.
Yeah, I know. You got anything more on this guy?
There's a chance he's a geologist.
Might be helpful?
And he's got a loud laugh.
That a little less.
That was a joke, Lucas.
I got it, Jan. It's just my laugh is a quiet one.
And that's what makes it so priceless.
Let's get this straight. I'm only saying I'll try.
I believe in you, Lucas.
Yeah, sure. I'll get back to you if I find something.
You know where to find me.
Lena?
Hey,
I found them. Our old photos. Talk about going back in time. There's one that might interest you. You're waving the shepherd's axe like some mad caveman. You look so chipper in it. I almost forgot how big that smile of yours can be.
Huh.
Made me wonder, you know, knowing what happened later. How little it took for us to go from those happy times to fighting with each other. One moment, you're smiling so broadly holding that axe, and the next you're smashing it to pieces on our kitchen table.
Yeah. I know. And I really wish that never happened.
Of all the things I ever gave you, you had to bring this one up. Why? It was cheesy, it was worthless. And it brings back a whole lot of shitty memories.
Yeah. Well, the irony of life, I guess.
Jeez. You downplay an honest thought if it came up and slapped you in the face. Just forget it. Take the photo. Hope it helps.
Thanks, Lena.
Take care, Jan.
Yeah. Talk later.
Hi, Lucas.
Jan, good to hear you. What's up?
Calling because I've collected some more rubidium. Thought you'd like to know.
Oh, man, that's so great.
Yeah. You can be pretty convincing, you know?
Really? I don't hear that often. My work can be kind of lonely.
Tell me about it. It's good to talk with someone other than myself.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking. Remember how last time I was telling you about how Maxwell got me into all this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You said he was going through a tough time himself. What's the story behind that?
Well, I don't know it firsthand, but I heard that years back he was a completely different person. Happily married, house in the suburbs, with a steady academic job that had nothing to do with big tech or politics.
Sounds like a scientist's nightmare. No wonder he got fed up with it.
He didn't. It slipped away from him. One night his life suddenly got upturned, and then it was just a spiral of events. Things started toppling down like dominoes. His work, reputation. Eventually his wife left him.
What happened?
His friend died in a car crash. Horrible accident, drunk driving.
Really? Well, that's sad, but how did losing a friend have such consequences?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I want to... if I should go into the details. They're very personal to him. But also... maybe another time when we can talk longer. Bottom line for me is... if it weren't for that horrible accident and Maxwell's loss, I would probably have had a much more miserable life. It's so strange to think how relative life can be. Sometimes it just blows my mind, you know?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, no use getting all philosophical, huh? Anyway, well done with the arcs. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Hey, who knows? Maybe I can secure even more rubidium.
All right, I like the spirit. But let's see what you can do. Every amount makes a difference.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, man. And good luck. I'll 7 out.
Lucas, any news?
Yeah. Good news, actually. I managed to get into the candidate database. Your guy does exist.
Seriously? Wow.
And you were right. We have him on the list.
No shit.
Yeah, this is very fresh. His application's still waiting to be processed, but I bet he's got a decent chance.
Works on an offshore rig, which would make him qualified to work as a refinery operator.
Man, that's just incredible.
Want to tell me more about why it's so incredible?
Everything about it. I mean, he works in exactly the same place, in exactly the same role. It's as if that alternative reality existed independently without me even knowing about it.
Wait, so one of your alters knew this guy?
He was in a relationship with him. But there was an accident and died. Man. The refiner is gonna be over the moon when he hears this.
So, what are you planning to do with this information? Will you tell this alter of yours that his boyfriend is actually out there?
Well, I feel that I should tell him. He really wants to know.
Look, I don't know, Jan. I'm not sure you want to get this guy's hopes up.
You mean?
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen to your alters, right? Even if they survive, we all want the best for them, but imagine your alter ego finding this guy back on Earth and what? Marrying him? It could be a dangerous precedent, don't you think?
Shit. Oh, this is complicated.
Yeah, well, you know them better than me. You'll figure out what to do. My job is done here.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucas. I owe you one.
Don't mention it. Just keep it up with the Rapidium, and we're even.
What was that about?
Just another valuable discussion with our most charming alter who wanted life and feels sorry for us pathetic losers.
Details, please.
Do I really need to go through that again? That asshole attacked me for using Mom as an excuse for not pursuing my ambitions. Seems to me he's the one looking for excuses.
You're more alike than you think.
Yeah, dude, I know. We share a face.
It's more than that. You're both proud and stubborn. You feel like you have something to prove to each other, but you don't. Not with those sharp minds and
tongues.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying you'll be friends, but you could try to find common ground.
Fine. Maybe we'll bond over analyzing your shortcomings.
Hey, got a minute? I have some news about Ben.
You asked about him?
And? He exists. And he's alive.
Is he? So, he was planning to go to space here as well?
Looks like it. And there's more. He seems to be the very same person you knew. Working on an oil rig and all. It's... honestly... it's amazing.
Wow. You know what this means, don't you?
Whatever it means, you shouldn't get your hopes up.
Hopes? Oh, you mean, you think... Yeah. No, shit. I wouldn't even know what to hope for. This is just too beautiful to be true. Now we really need to make it back alive. I need to make it back.
Nothing's changed, yet everything's changed, right?
Yeah. It's like reality did a somersault before my very eyes. And let me tell you one thing, Jan. I've been absorbing you with my problems, but that doesn't mean I don't know life hasn't been great for you. It's given us both some sour berries to chew on.
Yeah.
You remember Uncle Martin's red currant wine, right? Oh, yeah. It'd say, some people get lemons and make lemonade. I get red currants and make wine. Well, you just proved that we can make some really sweet wine out of those sour berries we got. Thank you. Never stop believing the future can be bright.
I'll try. What were you arguing about?
Nothing. He's just oversensitive and can't handle a little bit of constructive feedback.
Tell me more, please.
What's there to tell? He cowers behind the mask of a hero who sacrificed his chance to get a proper education to stay with his mother, and he tries to judge me for doing the opposite.
I don't think he's cowering behind anything. I think he's just as proud and judgmental as you.
Pride without ambition is just arrogance. We're nothing alike.
Are you sure? He gets shit done just like you, and he's a pain in the ass, also like you. Fair is fair. Maybe I underestimated him. See? Now go hug or something.
Don't be ridiculous. Best I can do is give him the benefit of the doubt.
So, yes, here it is.
We still need to wait a little for the brain cells to mature fully.
How long?
3 days, according to the instructions we got. Once they're ready, you can call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody.
Do you scan the brain for the mutation?
Yes, it's all clear. And the cortex shows no signs of activity, which is good.
What happens then?
We extract the brain tissue, process it according to Maxwell's formula, and start administering the treatment. Of course, we will have to dispose of the body. Whoa!
What the fuck?
Looks like I didn't use enough sedative. Let me just, There. Damn it. I hope it didn't activate the cortex.
Is that seriously the only thing that worries you right now? It woke up. That's not something mindless vessels do. We can't just... You know...
Calm down. It must have been an involuntary impulse. Nothing to do with consciousness. Look, we can't get thrown off balance. Not now, when we're so close.
I know, but I'm having some real doubts about this. I mean, are we doing the right thing?
It's a way to cure us. Still, those brain cells need time to mature, so if you want to look for an alternative, be my guest, as long as you're ready with it in 3 days. After that, it's this or nothing. We can't wait any longer, however brutal this is.
Yeah, I get it.
Are you calmer now with the new filtering system and everything?
I think so. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if it wasn't just me being paranoid. But even if it was, I guess it didn't hurt, right?
That's okay. You showed initiative and,
Initiative. Sounds like some corporate bullshit. But I appreciate it.
Hey there. I've got something for you. The shepherd's axe you wanted to see so much.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't have it.
I didn't. But I recreated it for you.
Wow. That's amazing. It looks exactly the same. How did you remember all those details?
I got my hands on a photo of it.
Really? How?
I asked Lena, and she sent it to me.
Oh. Did you, tell her what you needed it for?
Yeah. I told her it was for me.
But that's not true.
Oh, please. Can't you just enjoy your gift?
Yeah, right. I guess I didn't even thank you properly.
No problem.
It's such a pickle. There's only one Lena and two of us. And two shepherd's axes.
Actually, there is something you should know. There's only one axe. The original one, well, it got broken.
Broken? How?
It was a stupid accident, nothing special.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I really appreciate your effort. Must have seemed silly to you. Guy who's missing his unborn child suddenly fixates on a toy axe. But suddenly this has become something other than a souvenir from a non-existent life. It's become a token of our friendship, here and now. Thank you for that.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, people. I wanted to hold this meeting to tell you that, well, we finally might have a cure for your condition. Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hold off celebrating till we hear it. I just want it to be over. I hope we're not trusting anyone from the corporation. We can use a treatment based on healthy brain tissue. For that purpose, we'd need to use the tabula rasa you've probably all seen occupy a space in the womb.
So, you decided to go down that path.
Great! Why don't you just hand us over for experiments already? Don't be so goddamn dramatic about it. This will heal our brains, ain't that all that matters?
Let's be rational. Since we already have the tabula rasa, I say we use it. What else are we gonna do with an awareness-free body?
Use it? I don't like the sound of that. He's an alter, just like us. Even if he has no memories, how can we be sure he doesn't feel anything?
Why should we care? This dude doesn't even know he exists, for fuck's sake. I agree that we should be rational. It's just that there's something so cold-blooded about this. I feel it's a line we shouldn't cross. Because once we do, there's no going back.
Come on. We have to think of the greater good. Be utilitarian. Sometimes you need to make tough decisions for the sake of the collective. Otherwise, there would be no society, no progress, nothing. Just tell me we're not doing this. We're not taking his brain out. It's sickening. We are doing it. That's my decision. Oh, so you've decided for us, without even giving us an alternative. What's the alternative? Asking the corporation for mercy? Why don't you grow a pair? That is so smart. I expected more understanding from you, man.
Mark my words. It's downhill from here.
Oh, come on. The boss has made his decision. Just fucking respect it.
This is unbearable.
Seriously, people. Why are we so fuddy-duddy about this?
Let's stop wasting time and get on with it. We knew from the start we weren't born into a fairy tale.
Exactly. We weren't born into a fairy tale. Because we weren't born at all. We were just created to prolong this loser's meaningless life. Truth is, there is no good way out of this mess. The branching was, from the start, it was, Shit. He collapsed.
Make way for the doctor.
Is he unconscious?
He's breathing. Get him some water.
It's getting worse. We need a cure now. What's your call?
Let's go for Maxwell's recipe.
Good. I'll get tabula rasa ready for the procedure. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, everything's prepped. He's not showing signs of waking up again? No, nothing. I've given him more sedatives just to be on the safe side. You want to say something before I proceed? I don't know. Oh, just do it. Okay, here goes. And that's it. Almost. I'm taking it to the lab to create Maxwell's magic potion. Is he? Yes. He's dead. But don't worry, he didn't feel a thing.